In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to fake a drone shot using your phone. This is an incredibly easy technique that will instantly add production value to your films and videos. No need for a drone license, permission to fly or any of that faff because we're shooting it all on our phone. It's coming up. Hey everyone, Steve here from Learn Online Video, and today I'm on Dartmoor National Park in the southwest of England where I'm going to be showing you how to fake a drone shot using your phone. This is a really simple technique for capturing smooth drone-like footage without a drone. Nice and easy to do, much easier than flying a drone, and with a little bit of practice can deliver incredible results. I'm going to walk you through this setup and give you some go-to camera moves that will really help make your footage stand out. Then at the end of this video, I'm going to edit all of those shots together into a sequence using music, color grading and sound effects to see what results we get. As always, all gear used in this video will be linked in the description below. And talking of equipment, here's a quick checklist of things that you'll need for fake drone setup number 1. Starting with a light stand, a video tripod ball head and a phone holder mount. We're going to take our light stand and place it on the ground, then add the ball head, the phone holder and of course the phone. The better your phone's image stabilization, the smoother your footage will be. This is the most basic version of this setup, but let's see what results we can get. I'm going to hit record, lift my light stand as high as it will go, and then start walking forwards. Let's take a look. Not bad. It's a little wobbly, but the phone is doing a pretty good job of stabilizing this footage. I'm shooting everything at 60 frames per second so that I can slow this footage down if needed. Now, let's rewind this clip for a second. This time I'm going to slow it down by 75% and add some post-stabilization. I'm using Final Cut Pro to do this. Let's see what difference this makes. Much better. We've now got a much smoother, much more stable shot from an elevated position. This is looking much more like drone footage. When you put these two clips side by side, you can clearly see a difference. We could even add some music, cinematic bars, and a quick color grade to really polish it off. But let's save that for the end of the video and focus on filming for now. Now, the reason I've added a ball head to this setup is so that I can adjust the direction in which my camera faces. For example, if I wanted to mimic a drone flying through a tight gap, I can now face my light stand and camera horizontally, allowing me to capture shots through tight spaces. Here we have a pullback. This footage is unedited, straight out of camera. It's far from perfect, but again, slow it down and smooth it out in the edit, and you've now got something that looks much more drone-like. I find this shot easier to shoot going backwards, although if you don't have a spotter, be sure to look out for trip hazards. I'm not gonna lie, I fall over a lot, it hurts. Okay, now there is a problem with this setup, and unfortunately it is a big one. You see, if I point my light stand up in this position, my camera follows, and this results in a shot that just looks a bit naff. Ideally, we want our camera to remain facing forwards when we lift our light stand. So what's the alternative? How can we improve on this setup? Cue the smartphone gimbal. Now, make sure it is a 3-axis gimbal. This part is crucial because you're going to need to have control of your tilt axis. See here, no matter which way I point the gimbal, the camera remains facing forward. This is exactly what we want for these types of shots. Now, let's see that shot again, only this time using a gimbal. I'm going to pull back and then lift. See how my camera remains facing forward? I'm now able to capture shots that go from low to high, and this really helps give your footage that drone feel. Okay, we've gone from high to low. Now let's try from low to high. I'm going to push forward with my camera nice and low to the ground and then lift up past this tree and then keep on going, trying to keep my movement as consistent and as steady as possible, all the way past the roof on this old ruin. Okay, let's take a look. We're pushing forward. See how much quicker the camera feels like it's moving when it's this close to the ground. We lift up over this branch and hey, look, quick tip, speed ramp. This is a great effect to add to this footage and can really help keep your audience engaged. Now, there are many reasons for faking a drone shot. Maybe you don't have a drone, or even if you do, maybe you can't get permission to fly, or even if you can, maybe it's just too unsafe. Whatever your reason for not being able to fly a drone, this is a great alternative. Okay, let's see another example. This time I'm going to start high, go low, and then push my camera through this window. Here we start with a shot high up from an elevated position. We push forward, nice and smooth. The camera moves down towards this window. We keep on going all the way through as far as we can go. Now let's just hold it there. Now play this clip in reverse. This time we're pulling back, we go through the window and up. I actually prefer this shot in reverse, so be sure to experiment with your footage. If there's nothing in your shot to give the game away, then try reversing your footage. Sometimes the shots look even better. Okay, now let's cover a few more tips and techniques to help fake your drone shots. Use Foreground. Foreground is your friend when it comes to these shots. Trees work great for this because they instantly give your shot some perspective. These branches also help give the shot more depth and movement. The closer your camera passes an object, the more the movement is emphasized. We could take this shot to the next level by adding even more depth and movement. This time I'm going to start low to the ground and push through this grass to give my shot more depth, movement and perspective. I'm going to lift up and continue to push forward through these branches. And as you can see, we've now emphasized our movement by getting nice and close to the ground, through the grass and up into these trees. Okay, tip number 2 is to mix it up. Remember, drones don't just fly forward, they also fly up. Try moving your camera to mimic a drone taking off. This again can be emphasized by adding depth and foreground to your shot. I like to get multiple shots at each location because it gives me much more options in the edit. Okay, the next tip is to push the limits. But what do I mean by this? Well, I mean push the limitations of this setup. Lift it as high as it will go, stretch as far as you can to get the best results possible. Take this old powder mill, for example. I'm going to push forward with my camera nice and high. I'm going to bring the camera down. Having to walk on these rocks is doing me no favors, by the way. Flip-flops were a terrible idea, but I'm going to keep on pushing forward and push my camera all the way through this hole and keep going as far as I can stretch. Okay, camera pushing forward, focal point framed nicely in the center, camera moving down. The shot's a little shaky here. Hopefully that will smooth out in the edit. Camera pushing through this hole. Now we've got a bit of an exposure issue here, but we're going to keep on going all the way to the end. So that was how to shoot your fake drone shots. Now let's edit all of these shots together into a sequence using music, color grading, and sound effects. So as you can see, this footage really comes to life when you edit it into a sequence. If you'd like to learn how to edit a sequence just like that, make sure you subscribe to this channel because there is a tutorial on the way. And if you found this video useful, do let me know by giving it the old thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more content like this, learn more about video production, you can do that by watching one of my other videos just over there. But that's it from me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.